Hello, my name is Shatlia, and welcome back for another episode of Ep16 as Argentina. In previous episode we managed to ally Peru-Bolivia, and that might allow us to fight Brazil. Honestly, because if we have a look at the troop numbers, they've got 74 battalions, and I think they've got roughly the same quality troops as I do, same with Brazil to be fair. And Brazil's got 95 battalions, but combined we do have more troops, so I'm thinking maybe doing a proxy war through Paraguay against Brazil, but we're not going to do that quite yet, I don't think. But somewhere down the line we will do that, probably either later this episode or the next episode, something like that. So I kind of want to make sure that we get a little bit more, especially the bureaucracy, sorted out first. We've got a bit of a construction work still going. We're getting some coal mines, a university, then a government administration. That'll probably fix the bureaucracy issues that we have right now. And apparently we'll build a livestock ranch up here in the north as well, which will provide at least a little bit of work in here, so I suppose that's good. I did realize, so I was looking a little bit about the states here. So Rio Grande del Sul is something that I want to conquer, but they've got over 50% or over 60% of the population there is slaves. So that might actually improve the standard of living there drastically. No, it seems like we've improved our relations to the max. I don't suppose. Let's actually have a look. We want to improve relations. We could try improve relations with Brazil, but that's probably not going to go well. Austria, we've already got fairly good relations. Australia, not as much. We could maybe improve relations there. You say we got pretty good relations already. Tahiti, I don't know, Spain? Got fairly good relations. Sardinia, Piedmont. Russia, we got, okay, so honestly, we could probably improve relations with Sardinia. So what I'm thinking is I'll declare war on Paraguay, but I'll wait for the GDP to grow a little bit further, I think. Although that might just be the fact that we need to construct more. Now, to be fair, the investment pool is currently shrinking. It might be partially actually because we are in the British market, so not everything is necessarily quite as profitable necessarily as they normally would be. Oh, another uprising. Alright then. Well, I mean, that means... Oh, that means that Chile won't be able to colonize there for a while anyway. Or either. I mean, they might be colonizing down here in the south, but that's about it. Well, let's just go ahead and activate our armies, I suppose. Who could we sway in? Oh, Britain! Oh. Okay. I wonder if Britain would join against Brazil. Probably not. Let's go ahead and mobilize the troops and move them to the front line. Should be a really quick war. It will be a little bit costly war as well, admittedly, but we can activate the troops, and then afterwards we should be able to deactivate or demobilize them. Technically speaking, we didn't really need to mobilize the troops yet, did we? Oh well. It's alright. So our research is coming along quite nicely. In 10 to 16 weeks we'll get the steel frame buildings, which will speed up the construction speed even further, or, you know, increase the construction speed even further. So that'll be quite handy. The class price is a bit high, engine price is also pretty high. To be fair, we did get another motor industries built by the private sector already at the start of the episode here. So that will no doubt be helping a little bit. I think it might be this one. There's pretty good balance there. They are producing okay amount of engines at least in here. So they've got one battalion in there. I'm not too worried about that one, to be fair. Honestly, what we might want to do is split the armies in two, because if we're going to fighting against Brazil, we'll need to have an army there, but we'll also need to clear out Paraguay, I reckon. Unless it combines it into one front, which I don't know if we will. It probably won't. But yes, in terms of resources, we're getting the steel frame buildings, then the electrical telegraph is going to be down after that one. It's already getting a decent bit of points there, I reckon. And then pump jacks. And pump jacks might allow us to start finding some oil, or if not find oil, at least we can make the plantations work a lot better. So overall, it's going to be very much valuable. We are also going to be increasing the research speed soon enough with the, well, university is actually going to take only about, well, 12 weeks to build. And after that, the government administration should fix some of the tax issues. Unfortunately, it's not going to give us that much more taxes back, but luckily the war is probably going to be very quick here in the south. But I think, at least for the Brazil war, we should really just split the troops in half. Or, well, I suppose technically speaking, the war against Paraguay, but anyway. That is something that we'll need to do. Steel frame building is about to be completed. And I suspect that... Actually, let's have a look at the market real quick. The steel price isn't too bad. Glass price is a little high. There's a bit of shortage of it. There's quite a bit of gold, but that's alright. So I suppose the iron price might go down a little bit. Explosive price will go up. But it's not too bad right now. So I think it's actually going to be quite easy. Quite as easy as this war. So, but like getting the... Oh, there's the steel frame building. Right, let's just go ahead and switch to this. It's kind of costs a lot more. It's also going to give us more machinists, less laborers. The glass price is going to go up drastically, but the wood and fabric prices go down, iron price goes down a lot. Steel price does go up. But I suppose we save the amount of iron that we get, or use steel, so I guess steel mills will be a bit more profitable then. It will be quite expensive, I reckon. And we will be taking quite a hefty amount of loans in here, which is one of the reasons why, well, maybe we'll increase the taxes for a moment. Oh, camera spreading. Oh, that would be more prestige. Also, that would allow us to get some more arts production. I guess we could... Oh, and we had already some of that. We'll go ahead and put that into the research queue. But the telegraph is going to be done in 6 to 10 months. After that, I'm hoping that we'll get the hand crank machine gun. That's something that we definitely want to have before we start fighting against Brazilians. Oh, there's the first battle. And it is already over. That was rather quick. Oh, and there's a second battle. Oh. Right, with 2 generals, we're doing a lot faster advancing. There's still one more battle at least that needs to happen. There we go. Oh no, there was another battle still. Okay, so there's a total of 4 that we had to fight in here. There we go, now the troops can return home. And I suppose what we could even do, I presume at least, we can start demobilizing. As there's not really anyone to fight anymore, so we can start making some money again. Hopefully. Promote national identity. Because the campaign to push the new integration of a new national culture across the nation, granting new Argentine homelands in our Platinum Incorporated state. Any Argentinian state is incorporated state is Platinum homeland. Any neighboring state is Argentine homeland. At least one of these is capital. The population of the state is at least 25% Argentine. At least one of these. We got barracks or naval bases to level 15. Or we have universities to level 5, government administration to level 5, or urban centers to level 5. Yeah, we'll go ahead and promote that. So what does that mean for us? Cordoba, okay. So now we've got at least 2 states that are homeland for us. Well, that's good. I mean, we did have quite a bit of... oh, no, we didn't even have enough of the administration there. But I suppose we had some other stuff. No, it wasn't the universities either. Well, I guess it's... probably just had enough of the population Argentine. No, it didn't have enough of the population Argentine either. But at least we cleared out that one, and after this war we'll be colonizing a lot of this area much, much faster. Although I suspect that they might be giving, you know, they don't give colonization rights to the Chileans right now. But can we do peace deal already? Not yet. Maybe 2 more weeks or so. And they should be done. Well, that will allow us to start saving us a lot of money on the... Oh, there we go. Where's the peace deal? The troops should be going down, or putting down their arms and all that. So we'll start saving a bit of money. We are actually still losing money, though. I suppose once we fix the bureaucracy issue, that will save us a little bit of money. And, of course, the construction cost. Now we've got 100 construction to... Oh, wow, actually, I didn't realize that we got this much. Right. That's partially, actually, now more of the investment pool is used for construction because... we don't have enough... Oh, we'll discover it in Eastern New Guinea. Right, so what do we need? Bureaucracy, of course. Rubber we haven't discovered yet. In our nation, at least. Engines will be very high in demand, so that's something that we could probably just build some more. I believe we had engines... or motor industries being produced elsewhere as well, rather than just our capital, but actually it might not be. Let's get another one in there. That'll at least keep a bit more construction queue there. I'll probably build another government administration over there. And then maybe... well, we don't actually need that one there right now. The shipyard isn't really making a profit because the engine price is so high. Okay, well, that's good to know. But now that the construction has taken quite a bit of a boost there, I reckon that our GDP will start skyrocketing as well, which would be ideal. We got 268 prestige. How do we compare... to Peru, Bolivia? So we are still 20 points behind, and Brazil we are about 120 points behind. Okay, so that's not going to be fixed anytime soon. We've got fairly high taxes right now, which is not really helping, but we've still got fairly high legitimacy. So I'm not too worried about that. It's just the radical numbers might be going up a little bit. I suppose another thing that we might want to do is get some more steel production. at least a little bit more. We'll queue that one up, and then anything else that we need desperately. We do need a bit more wood, but we did reduce the wood consumption a little bit. At least due to the construction industries. Gold depleted in... Oh, was there gold in here? Apparently there was. Oh, right, that's the different state. Not the state that we are colonizing right now, so there was some gold at least there. Meanwhile, Patagonia is... well, they need services in here, but how's the... Right, we need to get a decent bit more things in here. We also haven't unlocked the car production yet. That would be probably very handy to have. Oh, Spain is improving relations. Well, that's handy. And our innovation is now over 80 points per week. So that's not too bad. We're getting... Oh, wow. 45 to 137 tech spread. That is actually really nice. Industrial boom in Buenos Aires for glassworks. Oh, actually, speaking of glass, I guess the glassworks would be something that would be very profitable, increasing the productions. We'll build 2 levels in there. Looks like the colonies here in the south are going really quick, so we'll probably take most of the state now for us. That'll be rather handy. And we're actually making money now. We'll need to probably pay off some of the loans here, so we don't need to pay a lot of interest. We're not paying too much interest right now. Oh, right, but number 18 in rankings here. It's actually not too bad. Oh, and we're getting some more authority back. That's good. Who is this one? Jingoist? Enact colonial exploitation. That's not really something I need to worry about, quite frankly, but okay. The electrical telegraph is 6 to 10 weeks now. That is definitely a lot closer. The literacy rate is almost in top 20 now in worldwide. So that's pretty decent. The GDP is, well, it's not... It's got still a bit of growth to do, but the increase in construction is definitely speeding up the GDP growth as well, of course. Which, to be fair, we knew that would happen. But it's still nice to see. So the private sector is going to be... Oh, it's going to be building some arts academies as well. And sulfur mines, paper mills, more railways. We'll need to get the steel mill. Or we will be building a steel mill in Mendoza and then 2 glassworks. And we're now making a tiny bit of money. The electric telegraphs, that increased the... reduce the war exhaust from casualties. That's actually not bad, especially for the war against... North Germany and France are still, again, bickering about unifying Germany or not. Alright then. So the tech is about to be completed. I'm hoping that the amount of lawyers that we get will start improving as well. We've got a little bit convoys available. We do not have a lot of extra bureaucracy available. I suppose at least the government administrations that we built have eased up the situation to some degree, but there's still more work to be done. Oh, there's the war exhaustion. Now, what is going to be the next mill tech that is going to start spreading to us? Let's see. Self-prepared torpedoes. Okay, I mean, that wouldn't necessarily be too bad either. We'll queue that one up. So that unlocks the torpedo boats as a naval unit, I believe. Which will be quite handy to have, I suppose. Making our fleet a little bit larger. So we get 270 prestige right now. So we are probably catching up a little bit to Bolivia, especially since our prestige, or GDP rather, is increasing a lot faster than theirs. They've got 288, so we're still 18 points behind. Oh, do we have... Oh, yeah, we've got steel mill and the glassworks underway now. And the private sector is building the railway and Arts Academy. I could take another look over here. So more wood wouldn't be too bad. Do we have any... No, we can't build any forestries up here. We could build another one in here, I suppose. We've got quite a peasants available to work it as well. Get one there. Just to get a little bit of the resources that will probably help with the standard of living to some degree. Although it hasn't really increased for a while now. But it also hasn't really gone down much either, so that's good. And we've got 6.5 million population already. So already during this episode we gained another 300,000 or so in population. So that's quite substantial. How's the population in here now? So the Argentines make almost 16% of the population. Platinums still make the majority of it. But at least that's a little bit in there. New national identities. So we've got 3 of them. Probably not enough to spread any further right now, but I suppose we are, oh yeah, we are getting a bit of Argentines in here at least. Nothing massive, but everything a little helps. And the money is definitely accumulating. The GDP will probably be hitting 15 million soon. I'm kind of hoping that we can get to the top 20 with GDP sooner rather than later, but that might still take a little bit longer than I would prefer it to have. I think at this point we'll go ahead and split the army in two. I think it's going to be the same troops, more or less. Yeah, 10-5-5. Yeah, that's fine. So that way we can, if we need to fight against natives, we can just take half of the army. Or once we start fighting against Paraguay and Brazil, we can have one on Brazil, just defend, and the other one on Paraguay to advance in there, if we're able to do that. Of course, for that, we will require the help of Peru-Bolivia. There's no way that we can do the war without their help. So actually, let's go ahead and improve relations with them. We're losing money again. Well, that's not good. How's this? Oh, investment pool is losing quite a bit of cash there as well. It's going down by 15,000 per week. Now, to be fair, there's still well over 4.5 million. So it will take a while before it's completely used up, and by that point we'll hopefully have increased the GDP and, well, the economy in general enough so that it's not going to be a problem. We did get the bureaucracy now fixed. Ooh, freedom of thought completed. The thought, the word, and the ideal. Those who seek to think boldly and freely are increasingly finding Argentina to be one of the safest places to explore their ideas. A utopia for the modern artists, free arts, 10% Arts Academy building throughput, and that's the new Colossus to the Journal Argentina, or university building throughput. Oh, we'll take the university boost actually, because that should increase the innovation. I'm not actually entirely sure. Oh yeah, it does. That's 6 extra points there. Alright then, that's pretty decent, but that does track. But yeah, no, that allows us to get the techs a lot sooner. So pump checks are only 12 to 20 weeks away. And after that, we'll get the camera, then self-prepared torpedoes. Hopefully something in production is also... I mean, you will be spreading something in there soon enough. But hopefully something good. Well, seems like we are definitely... Oh yeah, we've taken quite a chunk of land here today. So that will... Yeah, this colonization will probably soon be over. Then we might do a little bit colonization in the south. I'm not entirely sure yet. But maybe we'll get a little bit of that. Or maybe we'll just let Chile take that. Although I wouldn't mind taking Chile and Patagonia, but I don't think they'll be giving that, mate. Ooh, we're losing money quite a bit right now. Is there something wrong with the economy? I suppose the fine art is a bit expensive, glass is expensive, engines are quite expensive. The hardware is really cheap, actually. So much so that we could maybe... Where did we have the... Was it here? If we were to reduce that, it would only be 40. That doesn't really make much of a difference. Do we have transportation available here? We do. We could just put the rail transportation there. Although it would increase the transportation price quite heavily. How bad is the local... So how much do they even have transportation here? Oh, they produce 8. Okay, yeah, we can't really use that one then. Eventually we'll probably get railways in there. And we need a whole lot more bureaucracy again. We must have lost some boost from someone. I'm not entirely sure who we had there, but yeah, that's causing the issues. Yeah, that's basically the deficit that we have right now. Now, to be fair, did we... No, we don't have any government administration being built right now. So Santa Fe's got a little bit of population. We could start building the government administration there to get that to level 5, and also just to get a bit more urban centers in places, especially areas near the capital. So Mendoza would probably be another good one to just build up something in here to get that going higher. It's the grocery price isn't too bad, at least locally. It would still make a bit of profit, but probably not that much. It would give 26 more... Oh, there's the pump jacks. And all discovered in Santa Fe. Oh. So it begins. So it begins. We're going to have 5 oil rigs over here. We'll start with 1. We'll probably... Do we want to use transportation? We could probably use a little bit of transportation. We'll have the steam-powered derricks, but that's alright. Right, what is the... Well, I suppose it hasn't started spreading anything in the production, but let's have a look at that. What is it spreading now? Aniline? Alright, we'll go ahead and queue that one up. That will allow us to start producing some dyes if need be, although I don't know if we need to. We've got some dye plantation, so no, that's not really something that we need, but once we get the artificial silk, that is going to be really handy. And there we go, the camera is coming along very nicely. Literary rate is 65%, and we've got 14.2 million GDP already. That's not too shabby. But since we are still losing quite a bit of money, we might not... Well, I mean, technically speaking, we may have increased the construction speed a bit too much. The investment pool is still diminishing quite a bit. Language is in the classrooms. And we'll take a bit more radicals from the Guarani pops, but that increases the assimilation for a little while, and which might allow us to then make more of the states into our homelands. But it will take some time, but the camera is almost done, so that's going to give us some more prestige. That might actually allow us to overtake Peru Bolivia finally. Because they've got, well, they are the next one ahead of us. They've got 90 more points right now than we do. But they are also growing. Their literacy rate is a lot less than what we have, and the population is less. GDP is less. They do have a fairly large army, though. That's something that we might want to increase on our side as well, sooner or later. There we go, camera, and we've got 286, so it's not quite enough. But it is a lot closer. Now the next question is, of course, what is going to start spreading in here next? Oh, mutual funds. Sure, that's more minting, less interest rates, and allows you to have the publicly traded for a lot of things, which I believe will increase the amount of capitalists employed in a lot of buildings, and thus there will be more capitalists which will then start investing more of their income into the investment pool, which honestly wouldn't be too bad. Are we not? No, we've got 2 buildings being built. I think what we might want to do actually is build another oil rig already in here, just to get the most out of that. Do we have railways in here? No, we should probably build a railway in here, because it will be in huge demand soon enough. Also, with the steel buildings, let's have a look at the urban. So the urban centers, we could go for the covered markets. That would increase the glass consumption a lot, and steel consumption, but that will also allow us to have a lot more services. It might not be worthwhile right now, but if we increase the, well, we've already increased a little bit on the glass works, didn't we? So that helps, and I suppose once we get the houseware plastics, that's going to allow us to produce a lot more glass, but of course that's not really an option right now. There's probably quite a bit of porcelain available in our market. There's 1,000, yeah. Okay, so who should we try to sell that? I suppose the oil market would be... Oh, Venezuela market would be profitable as well. Not a huge amount, it shouldn't be costing us any bureaucracy to us. And then another one, maybe the oil market, so that's in Africa, isn't it? And then Benin, yeah, okay. Maybe we'll sell a little bit there. Maybe a little bit to Vietnam. It's going to take a little bit convoys, but again, it's going to also provide a bit more employment. And overall, I think the tariffs, if the export quantities start increasing, the tariffs for income will start increasing. We definitely need to get some more bureaucracy going, so we'll go ahead and build another government administration in Santa Fe after those 2 oil rigs that we're going to be building. We could also maybe get, well, actually that wouldn't necessarily be as good one right now. So the torpedo thing is going to be 6 to 10 months. So luckily we are getting the techs fairly quickly right now. Now to be fair, we do have the boost from the universities, so that does help a long way. We could maybe get another university as well. That will be a bit more expenditure. But we are probably going to be able to... I mean, we've got 500,000 credit right now being used up, which isn't great, but we can probably survive that. We are getting... Oh, yes, almost 70... Not 70, almost 15 million GDP already. So that's coming along quite nicely. Standard of living hasn't really increased all that much. Although, one of the... Oh, hold on. Is there a huge demand for oil right now in our market? Not a huge demand, but there is some demand. But that might allow us to... Actually, we've already gone with the meat packing, didn't we? So that takes some oil. I don't know if there's anything else that we have that uses oil right now. We could go with the breech-loading artillery, actually. That's not a bad idea. Increase the productions there. And Arts Academy of Photographic Art, of course. More fine art production. We could go with the portraiture patronage, actually. Get more capitalists going. We kind of just want to go more on that. Do we need these? We maybe go for the water tube boilers. On both of them. So that might help. The paper mills we probably don't need to do too much. We can either go... we can actually go for hand assembly right now. A bit more employment. Not really much better employment, but a bit more employment nonetheless. And also reduce the coal expenditure. At least a smidgen. So what's the private sector doing? Glassworks, steel mills, more steel mills, explosive factory, sulfur and cotton plant. Okay, so there's a decent bit of things being built there, and I suppose the total construction of over 100 right now. It would be nice to have even higher, but we can't afford it right now. Our economy is just not large enough for it quite yet. But at least we are slowly improving it. And we're now making some money again to pay off the loans. Right, so I don't suppose there's a lot of laws that we... Oh, right, there's the home affairs, which we're trying to increase, but we have not been really successful at that, or doing that, but maybe one day. I'm gonna go back to the segregation there. We're not going to go for Council Republic. We'll stay on Professional Army. Militarized Police Force is not being supported right now. We're not going to put in closed borders either, because we kind of want to have the extra population to increase our economy a bit further. Ooh, oil discovered in West Indies. Alright then. That's more of a British thing, to be fair. Not really something that affects us, other than the fact that they might be producing more oil then. We're about to hit the 15 million. Litter rate is, well, it has slowed down maybe a little bit, the growth there, but it has been growing fairly well overall. So it's not too shabby, and we almost 140 max tech spread. Right now, max innovation would be 148, so we definitely got room to improve the innovation further. And we'll probably start doing that a bit more soon enough. Actually, just one more university will get us to 90, as long as we got the boost going for the universities. But afterwards, it will of course drop a decent chunk. There we go, 15.1 million. So currently the government is building railway and government administration. After that is going to be university. And what do we need? More glass, more fine art, engines, wood. Well, those are at least some things that we need desperately. Furniture isn't too high in demand. I suppose another thing that we could do is, well, maybe not right now. We don't have the economy, so anything that is really profitable. Which, honestly, let's actually have a look. So especially industries, food industries, earnings, that would be okay. 2,000 extra. Sure, I think we'll build one of those. The glassworks we can get quite a bit as well. Buenos Aires would be fairly profitable there. Textile mills, well, Buenos Aires would be almost 2,000. Paper mills is also about 2,000. Artillery isn't really, or arms industries aren't really worth it. What about tooling? There's 1,500 on the highest one. Oh, Mendoza could be, well, we are getting an explosive factory there already. Fertilizer plant isn't quite as good. Motor industries isn't quite as good. Steel mill. Oh, Buenos Aires is pretty decent. We're actually building a lot in there already. Art academies, Buenos Aires would be a good 1,000 extra in there. That's not too shabby either. I think we might go ahead and get another explosive factory at least in Mendoza, because we are going to need a lot of that, no doubt, overall. But we've got the oil rig over here, which just needs more. Actually, I think it's right now the transportation. Let's go with the road car, so we can at least get some of the production out of there, and that will be quite a good amount of oil produced, actually. With the two of these, they are producing already over 100, and it's not even full. Alright, so it's going to be 120 plus the 1% extra there, so yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. But there's not too much that needs the oil right now in our economy yet, but that's just a matter of time. Sooner or later, we'll have a lot of things that will require oil. And it's a good thing if we produce it ourselves, so if we decide to split away from the British market at some point, we at least have that option. But I do see we are actually out of time with this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.